Hello, hello. Oh, now we're live.
Now we're live.
Hey, how are you today? Jennifer, CEO here, Platinum Skincare, and this is Dora.
Hi, how are you guys today?
Hey, glad to have you here at our Q&A session. So we're going to start today. We have a new tool on the website that you can see on our main page, and it is our Regimen Finder tool. And this is going to be super, super helpful if you are brand new to our line. You can just go ahead in there, answer a couple of questions, and it is going to get you started with your whole regimen. And it's not even going to like force you into like a big, oh, here you got to buy this big kit. It's not like that at all.
Nice.
You put in, you answer about your skin, what kind of problems you have, and it's going to set you up from everything from your cleansers and serums and creams and treatments and everything, and you can just pick and choose what you want. And you just single item, add to cart. If you only want to buy 2 things, you can only buy 2 things.
That's
if you want to buy all of them, you buy all of them. So it's really cool and
It's right on the
super
homepage,
simple.
right?
On the homepage. And same thing with like the Peel Finder tool, Peel University. All of that easy stuff to get you started is right there on the main page, right at the top.
PlatinumSkincare.com.
So yay! All right, now we have all your questions that you guys have
Yes.
turned in from Peel University, so we're gonna get started
All
and get
right.
answering those.
Awesome. Okay, so our first question comes from Jamel. He has oily skin from Mississippi. He's got darker skin, a Fitzpatrick 4. He says, I recently purchased Fusion A retinoid. Is it okay to moisturize with hyaluronic acid cream before using retinol?
Yes, absolutely. Well, Fusion A is technically a serum, but it's like a creamy serum. It's like we've creamified this serum. It's still technically a serum if it's not really a thick cream.
Yeah.
But you can definitely put other serums on at the same time, and if they're a thin, watery serum, you definitely want to put it on before your Fusion.
All right. Shelly asks from Oklahoma, what products do I need to begin peels before and to finish the process? I'm outside almost all day. So what products does she need before peel? And she's outside all day. What does she need after peel? She doesn't indicate what type of peel.
So she's going to be outside all day.
Yes.
She needs, I can't read, I always look at this, and you've got your thing instead of glasses, and I always look
Yeah.
at this. So you're going to be outside. I wrote down a hat.
Yes.
So we want to make sure, if she's going to be outside in the sun all day long.
Sunscreen.
And she's doing, peels. Yeah, totally.
She's gonna need
sunscreen all day long.
Yes.
And a big, big hat to protect your skin.
Before the peel, I would say Fade Bright if she's got that medium skin tone, or she might be working on pigmentation.
Well, yeah, we don't know what her Fitzpatrick type is.
No, she doesn't say.
So, yeah. What products do I need to begin peels before and finish the process? It's just such a interesting.
General question.
It's a very general question. You want to prep for a peel? Or are you doing the peel? You're healing from the peel? Why is it seeming
Yeah, it's vague.
off to me? A little too vague.
All right. Moving
Let's
along.
move on.
Email us, support@platinumskincare.com for
I'm not sure how to answer that one properly.
We'll
I'm if you're
customize.
outside all day, all I can stress is if you're doing peels, you are going to be, all day long, you're going to be putting sunblock on, you're going to be reapplying sunblock every couple of hours if you're going to be doing peels.
Yeah.
You can't do a peel and hang out in the sun all day. You just can't do that.
No.
They don't mix.
No.
So, big hat.
Yes.
And sunblock.
Okay, so next question. Sandra from Pennsylvania, Fitzpatrick of 3. She says, I'm new and want to start off slow. I've seen pictures on Facebook of people who are shedding like snakes. I can't go out in public like that.
No.
Are there light peels that aren't as dramatic? I'm still going through the University of Learning, the Peel University and learning what you have. So I don't understand everything just yet.
Yeah, there's definitely milder peels. Like Mandelic is one of my very favorites.
Absolutely.
Mandelic 40. You've got the glycolic, lactic. Those are all really mild. They're going to give you just some dryness and some very, very light flaking. Just a tiniest little
That's the
bit
benefit
of
of the
flaking.
weekly peels. They're kind of designed not to give you that downtime.
Yeah, no social downtime at all if you want to do like a lactic peel.
Yeah.
And then if, let's say you don't want to do a peel at all, why don't you try something like a serum 15 or a serum 30? That's kind of like, instead of doing a peel, but still getting that dead skin off,
sure.
you put that on, 3-4 times a week. get that dead skin off a little bit more subtly,
Correct.
the same kind of benefits as these milder acids.
Perfect. Okay, Marcy from Tennessee has a Fitzpatrick of 2. First, I want to say thank you for all of these products. I thought I'd have to live with my damaged, acne-scarred skin for the rest of my life, and then I found you. I'm so excited for my journey, and I can't thank you enough. You've made it accessible and so easy. I have a ways to go, but I can't wait to see my results. Her first question is, I used 2 layers of TCA 13 for my first peel. I'm on the 4th day and have seen some flaking, but nothing major. I'm really excited to do peel after peel until I get the results I want. Should I be completely done flaking before I start my next peel?
Yes.
And then she said, seeing as the flaking was minimal, she has minimal flaking, I'd like to try 3 layers at the 2-week mark. She did 2 layers of 13 to start.
Well, I would still wait. You know, what is the booklet say?
I think it says 2 weeks.
I want to say it says 3 to 4. What is
I
it?
thought it
Page
said
14.
2 to 3 maybe after.
Page
1 to 2
14.
layers,
Yeah,
maybe?
right. Page 14. 2 to 3 layers. And this is our older book too. I bumped up the weeks in the newer book. I think it
every
says
2 to
3 to
4
4 weeks in the new
Really
book.
depends how your skin reacts.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so wetter layers, because you must be doing really dry layers if you're barely getting any kind of flaking at all. So try for wetter layers next time and see how that feels by the time you get that second layer on. If you're doing a little slightly wetter, it sounds like they could be really dry. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need to be like wringing these out. You want it wet, so when you're putting that on, it's still shiny and
Yeah, your face looks wet but not dripping.
yeah, and it shouldn't be like dried instantly in like 2 seconds. It should be still kind of glossy for,
Yeah.
10 seconds or so and then be dry and sticky. I think it might be a little bit too dry. So, when you get 2 wetter layers on, kind of judge that, see how that feels. And then if you feel like you want to do a 3rd layer, then go ahead. But I'm going to wait I would say to wait at least 3 weeks before you do another peel.
Okay, her second question. I have prescription for tretinoin. I've been using it starting the next day after the peel, as well as my other products. Is that okay? It burned a little, so I skipped a day, and it was better.
All right, the reason it burned is because tretinoin is an acid. Okay, so retin-A, tretinoin, those are vitamin A in its acid form, and we don't want to put acid on after a chemical peel. And I know that the whole idea of putting luminosity on sounds great, and everybody's thinking, well, I'll just put my tretinoin on. Well, the reason that luminosity is okay is because it is not vitamin A in its acid state. It is retinol, retinaldehyde, gram-active retinoid. Those are not acid. So they're not going to irritate your skin or burn your skin in any way. This is okay to put on every day for, 2, 3, 4 days until your skin starts flaking. It's not going to harm or irritate or hurt your skin in any way, whereas that is going to. So please don't put that on.
Yeah, our Fusion has a unique delivery system that really is made for post-peel.
Yeah, this isn't going to bother you, whereas that is. So please don't use that one again.
Okay. This message comes all the way from the UK, from Jude. She has a Fitzpatrick 2. About to do my first peel, intending to do 1 a week for 6 weeks. I've done all the prep, but wondering what products I should use between the weekly peels. I'm starting with the Mandelic 40.
Well, obviously, follow your normal regimen. I'm not sure what your regimen is. You can, do your normal cleanser. We like our revitalizing cleanser, which is like a 10% glycolic. You want to put on a good moisturizer like emu oil, sure, of course, but I was thinking more along the lines of like GABA or Dermasnap, your SPF at nighttime, put your retinoid like a Fusion on, any specific treatments. And what I find that I know it says like a weekly peel, but it also says or every other week. And if you're really doing specific treatments and you want to use retinoids, sometimes, 2-3 days at the end of the week isn't enough. So it's almost like you're better off doing a peel every other week. So you can do your peel, have all that week to do your peel, have your healing, and have a few days off, and then do your regimen the next week, and then peel, and then regimen, and peel, and then regimen. You'll be able to use all your other regimen products more often that way. So try every other week.
Okay, wow, this one comes all the way from New Zealand.
Woo.
Fitzpatrick of 4, Lizelle says, thank you for helping me out with my first peel. I have done 6 peels of 4 layers of Jesner on my legs. What happens now is the skin darkens, but does not flake or peel. It just stays dry and dark, looking burnt. I'm scared of using TCA as I have a tendency to scratch my skin, especially when asleep, and my skin gets hyperpigmentation easily. The question is, should I add more layers of Jesner or should I move to a TCA peel? I am also thinking of using weekly Mandelic as I have read that is good for PIH. I'm doing spot treatment for my pigmentation from insect bites. My current routine for the body is, looks like she's using lactic cleanser, 1 time a week glycolic scrub, vitamin C, retinol, and a melanin inhibitor, and she uses Jesner's once a month.
Okay, so you are using this once a month, and you're not getting any dryness or flaking at all. That was my question when I was reading this earlier. Like, has it been 30 days? You have to get this dead skin off. And I'm not understanding this 1 time a week glycolic scrub. Like, you shouldn't really be doing any kind of scrubs while you're waiting for the skin to turn over. I'm scared that you're really aggravating your skin. I mean, if you're scrubbing this every single week.
And are you moisturizing? Because I find that when you have that skin that's kind of, just sticking on, if you really, really moisturize, and then, after a few showers and things like that, then it starts to loosen up,
Yeah, it does.
So is she moisturizing?
It gets almost like gummy-like, and then it's like ready to come off.
And then all of a sudden you feel it kind of start rolling off and things, so.
Skip this retinol serum. That would be a whole lot of retinol serum to put on your whole body.
A whole lot of vitamin C, too.
A whole lot of vitamin C. I mean, yeah, I would be putting on something along the lines of like a shea butter. And I would wait for this dead skin to come off. Get rid of your scrub. You can use this cleanser. That's fine. I don't know if that's like a body cleanser, a body wash of some sort. You did your peel. I would hydrate it really well. Wait for that to come off. And my question, too, is 4 layers of Jesner. Are you waiting the 5 minutes in between? How wet is this layer? Is it like really dry? Are you like wringing this out and it's just like so dry it's like barely a layer? This is a thought too. Is this barely a layer? It is so dry that, like those 4 layers equal like 1 layer or something.
And the body does take a long time to heal. I mean, to peel. Takes a long time to peel. I mean, it could take 3-4 weeks. You may think you're not going to peel, and then 3-4 weeks down the road, now here you go. Then you peel, you think you're done peeling, and you peel some more. So,
exactly. Exactly. And you're using a melanin inhibitor. I would maybe skip a peel here for a month or so. Yeah. And just continue using your melanin inhibitor, continue with your lactic cleanser, see if that like lightens this up. See if you do get it some peeling. Like, give this a break for a little bit. Let your skin rest, because I'm not quite sure. Maybe you have some peeling to go here.
Correct.
Or maybe you've over exfoliated with all this scrubbing and your skin is just irritated, because sometimes you can get post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation just from doing too many inflammatory things, such as too much scrubbing.
She's definitely prone, because she gets PIH from the insect bites, so she's prone to pigmentation. So I would.
Yeah, let your skin calm down for another month or so, and then maybe try this again. But you still use your melanin inhibitor every single day. All right, this comes from North Carolina from Marvelous Mckinley. It says Marvelous McKinley. Fitzpatrick 5, so dark skin. I am African American, a brown skin. I hope I choose the Fitzpatrick correctly. Probably.
I have hyperpigmentation, age spots on forehead, jaws, side my face, all over discoloration, dark circles, dark neck. I have ordered several products from you, but have never used them. I want to be part of your skincare regime. Please help me get on track. I don't have a clue. Thank you in advance.
Okay. But we don't know what products we have.
I don't know exactly what she has. She does not indicate those things, but the thing she's working on is pigmentation, age spots, some under eye dark circles and darkness. Sounds like a lot of Fade Bright.
Right, Fade Bright. You probably have Fade Bright. You probably have, hopefully, maybe like some Fusion, 0.15, maybe a moisturizer, some SPF. Do you have a peel? Like, see, everything that we've been talking about here. Maybe the Mandelic peel would be a good one for you because that's nice and safe on the darker skin tones.
Right.
Those are the kinds of things that you want to be using. And if you would send us an email with the products that you do have, support@platinumskincare.com, and we can put them in order for you.
For sure.
And if you're missing something, we can help you out. And, you might have too much. Sometimes you just have too much and you're overwhelmed. Sometimes
Very
you just
true.
need to put a couple things away in your cupboard and start with what we tell you to, and maybe you can add those back on later. But we'll help you out. Just give us an email because it's kind of hard to help you when we don't know what you have.
Exactly. If we were sitting at our computer, we could pull your orders up, but we're not.
Yeah, right?
But we're not. Okay.
And I don't know if it's under Marvelous.
Yeah, I don't know. We probably wouldn't be able to
Maybe.
find her.
That could be a beautiful name.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so our next question comes from California. Kalia has a Fitzpatrick of 3. What peels can be used on the hands to treat crepiness, discoloration, and extra skin wrinkling around the knuckles? How often can the hands be treated? Do you have any before and after photos?
We do. You should click the transformation. Okay, on our main website, if you go to the main website, there's, the blocks at the top where we were talking about where you can do the peel finder tool and the regimen tool. Right below that, you'll see these scrolling pictures of before and after photos. That takes you to our transformation page where you can actually see customer transformations, which is an amazing page, and we're adding to that continuously. But there's actually a nice one on somebody's hands on there, which is why I want you to go to that page.
I just saw that.
Yeah, we were just looking at that one today because we were kind of like looking over how we've updated that just literally yesterday.
Yeah.
And there's somebody's hands on there, so you can take a look at her hands. And she was doing the TCA peels. And we also have a video on how to do the TCA. It's like the hand and arm peel. And I use the TCA 30 on one side and glycolic 70 on the other.
Yes.
It's just a walkthrough tutorial video showing you how to do that, one layer. You can do that once a month. Keep in mind that the body takes a lot longer to peel than the face, so expect it to be, a 30-day turnaround.
Yeah.
And I love shea butter to heal on the body. I don't know, it just keeps you moist so long. Emo oil and or shea butter, I love. So,
Excellent.
do that.
Okay, Rachel from Oregon, Fitzpatrick 3. What's the best approach for deep acne scarring in the temple area? How often can the temple areas be done? How long does it usually take to see results? Are the scars minimized but still visible or completely gone?
Well, obviously we want to, yet again, we have another video. I have a video for everything. If there's not a video for that, you need to let me know so I can do a video for this.
That's right.
There must be 100 videos.
Yeah, we got a lot of them.
It's called the TCA cross. And whenever there's depressed scarring, you want to use the TCA cross. And what we do is we take the TCA 30, we take this pick, you can take the cotton off, and you dip it into the 30. And you take this out and you put it, so pretend your temple, here's your scar, and you take it and you push it in there, kind of twist it in, push it in, twist it in, and you're getting that TCA 30 right inside the scar. It's a very simple, easy process. You can do it once every 5 weeks, and it helps to stimulate new collagen and elastin, and it will help to fill in the hole. And what you want to use, do I have Super Cop 2X
Yes,
here?
you
Yes,
do.
I do. Whoops. And let's say you don't want to do this immediately. So when you do this, it makes a little tiny baby skin color scab in there. And that'll be there for probably, maybe 5 days or so after your treatment. So you've done your treatment, let that heal for, I want to say about 10 days or so before you start using Super Cop 2X because it can be a little bit sensitive and irritating.
Right.
Then I suggest you use this. I've been telling people maybe 3 to 4 times a week because it can be a little bit irritating.
Yeah.
But this is a skin remodeling cream. And what you do is this would last you literally forever. You just put the tiniest little bit before you go to bed, on your finger, fill in the hole, wipe off any extra, and go to bed.
Yeah.
And then in the morning you can wash that off, and this will help to stimulate new tissue. And you're going to have to do that a few times. 3 to 5 times at least, sometimes more. It depends on how big your scar is, how deep the scar is. But you will see a difference. Take a picture. That's the most important thing you can ever do is take a before picture take a picture like once every month or it's like a 5-week turnaround. And just don't judge it until you see 5 weeks, because it's gonna look worse. There's a fuzz. It's gonna look worse before it looks better. So don't panic until 5 weeks have gone by. Then look at it.
Yes.
And it will look better. And that's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do for depressed scars, and that's what's gonna change things.
All right.
Was there anything else about that? Are they minimized? Will they be completely gone? They will be gone.
It's a series.
Until you just keep going until you're happy.
Yes. Super Cap 2X for sure.
Yes.
Keep that up.
So good.
Okay, Gina from Virginia. My legs are covered in sun damage from years of tanning bed use. Is there a peel you recommend for use on the legs for this purpose? How many peels should I do? How often would I need to use it?
Jesner for sure. And I would suggest that you do, excuse me, Fade Bright. We have the big 4.5 ounce bottle for body use. So go ahead and use that when you're not doing your peeling. And then you can do the Jesner peel 1 time a month. I usually say start with about 3 layers your very first time, because your body's, not as sensitive as your face. Start with about 3 layers. Every time you do a peel, you can add on a layer or so and just work your way up. It's gonna take 6 to 8 peels. Your body has thick skin. That pigmentation runs really, really deep. Take photos. I can't stress that enough. There's a lot of pigmentation on there, especially from years of tanning. Yeah, I get it. And then, there's other options too. Let's say if you don't want to do peels just for anybody else, think about things like the Triple Treat Body Lotion. You can do Fade Bright and Triple Treat Body Lotion. This is 25% acid.
Yeah, it's
this
very,
will
very
get
strong.
rid of some dead skin too.
For sure.
It's a little bit more subtle. You can use this about 3 to 4 times a week. This is a treatment. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this every single day because it is very strong and could potentially cause irritation. But that also works really well.
Okay. Next question comes from Dylan. It says, I've tried lots of serums and have been through 2 15 TCA peels and seeing no results. What should I do?
You've only done 2 peels.
2 peels. Just looking to see more results.
You need to do many, many more peels than that.
Consistency
That's
is
not enough.
key. Yeah, consistency is key.
Yeah, you need 6 to 8 is a series.
Yeah.
So if you've done 2, you've just started a series. And you say you've done 2, but who knows if you did 1 and then 6 months later you did another one. You need to do them on a consistent basis, like 1 per month. Don't be a quitter.
Yeah.
You have to
collagen
get busy.
stays stimulated for, weeks after those peels. So if you're piggybacking them, just think of it like that. You're keeping that collagen train going.
Yes,
By keeping it going. Yeah, keep it going. Okay. Jamie C. from San Diego, Fitzpatrick of 1. I love your products. What peels would you recommend for the décolleté area targeting wrinkles and hyperpigmentation? I'm a Fitzpatrick. Well, she says 2 here. So light skin.
Yeah. Well, basically whatever you use on your face is always good for your neck and chest. So this whole area, I would generally recommend TCA 13. I mean, that's a great starter place to go. Start with 1 to 2 layers. If you don't want that aggressive appeal, though, you can always start with a 7%.
Yeah.
And generally, like, let's say you don't want to peel your face for some reason. And you do want to use something a little milder, then I would say, the 7% might be a good option for you. That it just depends. Some people want to be a little bit more aggressive because they're really, really concerned about that. And if you were to have just said hyperpigmentation only, I would have said Jesner.
Right.
But since you said wrinkles and hyperpigmentation, that's why I'm saying TCA.
Got it.
Because that's the one for collagen and elastin.
Okay. Veronica from Utah has a Fitzpatrick of 3. What peels to do with no downtime? But still want to see results in texture, wrinkles, and hydration. So she must have drier skin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, any of the peels are going to help with your, the texture and the smoothness. Because if you're taking off dead skin, your texture is going to look more refined. You're smoother.
Yeah.
If you really are trying to help with wrinkles, though, I mean, you're going to have to go towards a stronger acid like TCA. So options are something really, really, really mild, like, lactic. That's gonna give you pretty much no flaking at all, okay? If you don't mind being a little smidge dry, what I would like to recommend is Mandelic 40. Be a little bit dry. You might see a flake or two, possibly. That's okay. Generally, with a lot of, moisturizer, you could probably get away with that. Nobody's gonna be the wiser. If you're really concerned with the wrinkles and you want to stimulate collagen and elastin and all that good stuff, you kind of have to bump to TCA. But what you can do is you can do like a really mild one, like the 7%. That's something we put on the eye area. We use 3 layers on the eye. So if you were to even do, 1 or 2 layers on your face, you could do a really mild
I'm a fan
TCA
of the 7.
peel.
I use it.
Yeah.
I like the 7.
Yeah, I think that's a great peel. And if you did it really, really mild, I think that would be a good place to go, and you would get more benefits.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I know that's a lot, but...
All right, another one from Pennsylvania. Lynn has light skin, Fitzpatrick 1. She says, I use 20 TCA peels. It seems that my skin takes 2 weeks to fully recover from the peel, not the actual peeling time, but then it breaks out. I have red patches and takes a while to return to normal. Is this a usual amount of time? How frequently can TCA peels be done? She says, I do not know what Fitzpatrick is. So, I thought that said Fitz 1. That's her, where her sentence starts.
Okay, well, what is your normal regimen then? If you're breaking out every single time after this peel, it seems like maybe your regimen's not on target.
Right.
And you've got a lot of clogs going on.
But 2 weeks is pretty normal for your skin to look. It doesn't look great for a couple of weeks post-peel.
That can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen. But I feel like if you're consistently breaking out, you need to change your regimen. And what I would recommend, because, that's my skin type too, I would be like, you need to start using AB cleanser. You need to start using B complex. Because these two together are very, very helpful for controlling acne. And if you're not already using the Fusion at night, I suggest the 0.15. Start with about 3 nights a week. These 3 will help to clear out those clogs and keep your skin clear so that even when you're doing peels, you're gonna stop breaking out. And it's gonna be about a 5-week process to get all those clogs out. But once you get them out, just continue with this.
Yeah, you have to
And
get
you're not
past
gonna be
that.
dealing with that anymore. I mean, you clearly are acne prone and you're not using the right products to keep your skin clear. You just have to accept the fact that you're acne prone and get yourself on an acne regimen. I am too. So, but I don't have acne. And the only reason I don't have acne is because I still use these same products every single day and have for like 20 years.
Okay, so Denise is from Illinois, Fitzpatrick of 3. How long do the TCA bottles last? Also, how do you fit in using tretinoin when you should go off it for a week before doing a peel?
Okay, so a TCA
When you should do the peel every 4 to 6 weeks. So she's saying, yeah.
Okay, so when we're talking about, I don't know if I have any of these open. The little baby peels, okay, so these little guys, the 5 ml bottles, you will get a good 3 layers from each one of these bottles. I mean, these are full. There's a lot more liquid in here than you think.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot in here. You will get a good 3 layers from this peel, or from this bottle. So that, for most people, is 1 peel, at least your very first peel. You're gonna get 1 peel and you'll have a little bit left over for your next peel.
Right.
Usually, if you're doing TCA or Jesner, because that's just usually too much for somebody. And then, and not everybody does like 3, 4, 5 layers. Most people are doing 1, 2 layers,
2 to
maybe
3
3
is the
layers.
average, I bet.
So these usually last a long time.
And then how does she fit in the tretinoin, she's saying? You're going to stop that about 4 or 5 days before.
Yeah.
And then don't use it until you're done peeling and then start back up.
Yeah, when you're all done peeling and your skin is feeling normal again, you don't feel sensitive or anything like that anymore, then you can start using your tretinoin again.
Okay. Lynn from Texas, Fitzpatrick of 4. Can I use alpha arbutin in place of Fade Bright as it's more budget friendly for me?
Well, sure. It's basically the same thing because our Fade Bright has alpha arbutin in it. So budget friendly might have to do with your percentages because most of them might have, let's say, 1% or 2% along those lines, and ours has 4%, which is double what most other brands have. So that could be your difference, or it could be along the lines of maybe that particular serum. There are some brands out there that, let's say, use one particular active ingredient in their serums. Okay, I won't mention any names. They're pretty, I don't want to say. I was going to come up with a name, but it'll give it away. But there's a brand out there that uses like one active ingredient per serum. They're pretty plain. They're the plain brand.
Yes.
The problem is, if you want something that has most, like let's say ours has, 8 active ingredients in it. Well, you would have to buy 8 different products to equal this one. By the time you do that, that product costs more than this product does. You get my drift?
Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes it's not necessarily a better deal.
So true.
All right? But yes, you can absolutely use that if you like. Same ingredient.
All right. Victoria from La Quinta, California. She says, in my everyday routine, what should I use for a moisturizer for nighttime and then for daytime? I always use sunscreen, but I am 66 and need a really, really good night cream and a day moisturizer. By the way, I also live in the desert, so it's very dry.
So she needs a good moisturizer so for nighttime, I always say Fusion A. Is this really a moisturizer? Not really. Right? So you probably want to add a moisturizer on top of this. What do you want to add? Okay, well, if you're dry, you could add some emo oil on top of it.
Yeah, a little pump at night.
Or you could add some nano-hyaluronic on top of that if you like. Those are both really good options. And during the day, I also wanted to say the same thing. Like I find nano-hyaluronic is super, super good. But now you mentioned you live in the desert. So when you put hyaluronic on, hyaluronic has to pull moisture from somewhere.
Right.
And there's obviously no moisture in the air
You must drink
in
lots
the
of
desert.
water.
So you either have to be drinking lots of water, or what is a really super good tip that I read somewhere is like if you carry around like one of those little, I think it's like little Avion or whatever,
the
has those
mister.
little spray water
mister.
misters.
Cool.
That's where you can grab your water from. Like just keep one of those in your bag. I know you have a cooler in your car and all that kind of stuff because that's how you are in the desert. You have to. So carry a little Avion sprayer in your purse, and when you put the nano-hyaluronic on your face in the morning, then whenever you're starting to feel dry, take that, mist your face, and it'll plump that back up again. You'll be nice
There
and
you go.
hydrated. And that'll keep you moist all day. So that's
Perfect.
a good one daytime and nighttime.
All right, this one comes from Fenton, Michigan.
Hey,
Fitzpatrick 3. I am from the Brazilian coast, and until my 30s, I toasted my skin weekly in the sun. I am in my 50s and starting to use chemical peels. I noticed after the peels, I easily get spots if I don't use sun protection. What product should I use on the red spots turning dark that show up after a chemical peel, and what should I do to prevent them from appearing post-peel?
Okay, you're getting red spots. So my thoughts.
Maybe the skin's peeling prematurely, or she's maybe forcing the skin to peel before it's quite ready.
Right, so what chemical peels are you using? Are they our peels? Are you using a really strong peel? Are you putting it on too thick? Are you putting on too many layers? Is this coming off the next day and it's like it's coming off and it's red because it wasn't ready to come off yet?
Yeah, right.
So I know everybody's always in a hurry to get the skin off, but sometimes it's not best to get that skin off early. Sometimes you really want to keep that skin on there because if it comes off too early, it's going to be red.
Yeah.
So if you look to be one of those people where your skin just comes off too early, let's just assume maybe it's both. You put a really strong peel on and you're a fast peeler. So your goal, instead of getting that skin off early, is to keep that skin on. So I would put like a lot of, maybe some Aquaphor on. Try to really protect that skin, keep it on there, keep the movements low. You know, don't be like moving around a lot and making big facial movements. You know, to pretend you had a big, deep peel and be like very gentle.
And make sure you're trying to get the acid on in an even fashion. Maybe she's heavier handed in certain areas. And,
could be, yeah. Make sure that your gauze is, fold it, shake it good, or pat it with your fingertips. I'm not talking about wringing it, but pat it with your fingertips. Make sure it's not dripping, it's nice and even. Apply it nice and even, not like thick and drippy. I spoke to someone the other day that thought that she could, she had been putting it on with 2 light layers, so she thought it would be best if she just put it on with her fingers. And she was putting like a real heavy layers, just smearing it on. And so it's kind of the same thing happened. Like her skin was coming off, and I'm like, oh, please don't do that. I said, because it's so thick. Now it's like you put 7 layers on there instead of 2 layers. And I go, your skin's proteins are just eating up all of that. It's just processing. And you're getting such a deep peel because there's too much sitting there. You have to be careful. Probably too much. And then I would use like a lot of Aquaphor, try to keep that skin on there. Oh, well, and at the end of the day, if you have some pink areas, the treatment for that is 1% hydrocortisone for 7 days, up to 2 weeks, no more than 2 weeks, because you don't want to end up with like white spots. But nothing higher than 1%. Don't grab 10%. 1% will help to lighten red spots.
All right, so Anna from New York is a Fitzpatrick of 5. She says, hello, do you have professional training for estheticians?
Well, Peel University is about as good as that's going to get. We're going to talk about absolutely everything from, Fitzpatrick skin types and, the thickness of your skin and just everything about your skin and what peels to choose and all that good stuff. But other than that, we're not going to sit here and hold classes or anything like that, but that's as close as it can be.
We've had the request often.
Yeah, that's as good as it's going to get. That's basically a class right there. It's already taught. We're just not standing there doing it over and over again. It's all in video format and sure, maybe we should just print that out and send that off. And charge you for it.
Okay, so James is from Iowa. Fitzpatrick, he doesn't say. He says, I am interested in starting chemical peels at home. I have sleep apnea and use a CPAP machine at night. Do you have any ideas or suggestions for people who wear a full CPAP mask at night? Can we use a peel and still wear our masks at night?
Yeah, and that's where,
a great question.
Protectants like Aquaphor and Vaseline and stuff come in. I mean, those are protectants. They put a nice layer to protect your skin. So, I mean, that's the very best thing I can think of. Can you think of anything else?
No, I mean, the only thing he's probably concerned about is maybe the straps getting the product on it. Maybe you're going to have to come up with something to wrap around those straps, like, or a ribbon or something, so it absorbs and it doesn't.
Oh, maybe like something very silky. Like a silky thing could be wrapped around the strap, so that's not being aggressive on your skin. Like, I want to say, around the mask doesn't that have like a rubbery thing?
Yeah, there is.
But the straps could be rough. So if you grab how they'll have they go over the chains that will hold. For like a chandelier. They're real pretty and satiny. Something like that, to wrap around the straps to make those soft, and then to put a protectant on your skin. You go buy some covers at, Target, but.
It's the truth, though.
Something like that would make it much safer, and it's not going to be abrasive on your skin. That's all we got to do is protect it.
All right, so Mary's from Nevada, Fitzpatrick of 2. When will you be releasing the new cleanser that replaces the lactic acid cleanser for dry, aging skin? Everybody wants to know.
What's so hysterical is that is the cleanser that, when you put all of our cleansers together, it is not our biggest seller.
No.
It would be the slowest seller.
Correct.
But it is the one that has caused the hugest uproar since we have not had it. And we have not had it for a very long time due to ingredient issues. This has started since COVID. Now, what's it been, 3 years now?
I know, we're still dealing with this.
It's been, I looked, and it's, besides that one small batch that we had out,
Yeah.
it's been like 8 months since we've had this cleanser. But, hey, and this will be kind of news too. Hee hee hee.
Breaking news.
Dun, dun, dun. It is coming out soon. We're in the midst of working on it, and we're going to be updating a few of our other cleansers into something a little new and sprucier. I don't have an example of it, but our AB cleanser, our glycolic cleanser, and our lactic cleanser are the issue that we're continuously facing has to deal with rheology. And that is like what makes the cleansers like they're thickener, okay? There's a continuous problem. So it's like it's a big problem, okay? So to get past that, instead of dealing with constant problems and having to reformulate, we are now going to be turning them all into foaming cleansers. We will never have to deal with rheology modifiers again.
Nope.
They will be like a liquid. I'm sure you've all seen a foaming cleanser before. They're not thick and gel-like. It's a liquid. Then you've got the cap on it, and you press it, and it just comes out foaming. So now we can just put whatever we want in there. It's going to come out perfectly, and actually, it's a really
cool.
good solution for the acid in there. It's going to be perfect. The only cleanser that's not going to be a foaming cleanser is our 3-in-1 cleanser, because obviously
Correct.
that has the foaming beads.
Yes.
That's going to stay in the same pump it is, but it's just I don't know why we never even thought about this before, because it's such a good solution for these acid cleansers.
Absolutely.
I'm very, very excited about it, and those will be rolling out in a little while, probably
Yes.
a couple of months. But
We'll
they're
still
in the
have
midst.
stock on our revitalizing cleanser for a bit.
We will have stock on revitalizing
Yes.
cleanser for quite a while.
Yeah, and then we are
Probably this
obviously,
year.
Yeah.
But the other two, AB and lactic
are gonna be the
those
first.
will be almost immediate as
Yeah.
soon as everything is done and things are printed.
We're so close.
No, so close. We're
We're
very
so close,
excited.
ladies, don't worry.
We're so excited not to have problems
Right,
anymore.
Right. And I think right now, too, because it's dry skin season, that's why we're getting a lot more requests for that particular cleanser.
Yep.
And we're sad that we don't have it.
Yeah, it is a problem. There's
Yeah,
so
I
many
know.
times I want to recommend it, and I'm just like,
I know.
get this one instead.
I know. Okay, next one is coming from, let's see, it says Lithia, Florida. Graciela, how long are the acid peel solutions good for? Can I keep using the same bottle after 2 or 3 years?
Well, I mean, Best Buy, I'm going to say if it's unopened, 2 years. If it's opened, 1 year. It's a
Right.
Best Buy date. It's not a magic date that it's going to be no good at, once it reaches this time. But
Right.
for sure, Best Buy those dates.
Yes, ma'am.
Once it's past that, I mean, if it's been open and you've
Yeah.
used it for 2 years, it's definitely not at its best. You're lucky if you're getting some action. I would
Yeah.
throw it away and get a new
Yeah.
one.
Time to
You're
repurchase.
not getting your best benefits from that.
All right, so Rita Cobb is in Phoenix, Arizona. She said, I'm using emu oil almost every night as my final step. Does this dilute or weaken any other product I've put on my face? An example, Retin-A Serum 15. I just bought copper peptides and want to know the best way to apply them.
Well, oils always go on last, and the reason being is because, this one especially is transdermal. So emu oil actually helps to push things deeper into your skin.
Yeah.
So it's not going to harm anything. It's not going to dilute anything. And we always give you, a layering system to make it easier for things to progress into your skin. So you don't want to put alcohols go in first, then water-based things, then creams, then oils. So they're going in thin to thick.
Right.
You're not going to run into problems if you just put them on in that order.
And since emu's transdermal, that's kind of just
And
supercharging and just helping it.
You're aiding the
penetrating.
penetration to other products. Now, if you wanted to, vice versa, if you wanted to slow down the penetration of other products, you could put a layer of emu oil first. Let's say something is a little bit irritating to you. and you want to slow it down. Maybe you love the Serum 15, but it's a little bit irritating to you.
Yeah.
You could put a little bit of emo oil on first,
Yeah.
and then you could put that on, and that will slow down, so, to make it a little bit easier for you to tolerate. So you can use it as you choose.
Okay. Roberta from New York has a Fitzpatrick of 2. She says, hi, I'd love to know how to incorporate TCA 13 peels on face and around eyes while using red light therapy daily, and Nira at home laser therapy daily. I have used TCA 13 4 to 5 layers in the past, but just recently started using these devices.
Well, I am not sure what this Nero home laser is. I don't use anything that's like a daily laser, so I'm assuming it must be very mild if it's an everyday
Right?
laser. I don't know if that's
I'm not familiar with
considered a
that one
laser.
either.
Red light therapy is obviously, that's not harmful at all.
Yeah, that's
Anything
fine.
that's just the lights like that is not harmful at all. So you could do, we have a lot of people that like to do those immediately after peels.
Yeah,
and
yeah, for sure.
needling and all that kind of stuff. That's not a problem. So you could do your peel and do your red light therapy and then go ahead and put your healing products
Yeah.
and stuff on. So you can work that on. That's not a problem at all. I'm not sure with this laser. I don't know. I honestly can't say. This is an everyday laser. It seems to be very mild. I would still suggest, stopping that at least. I don't know.
A couple of days before. I wouldn't do it when the peel's on and until you start peeling. You know what I mean? I wouldn't use it daily. I would be nervous to use it. If I did the peel, waiting for the skin to peel, I would say a couple days before, a couple days after. Block that time off and
I
don't
would
use it.
definitely, I would even say longer. I'd be
Yeah.
like, man, I would stop that, like wait a week or something like
Yeah,
that, do your
yeah.
peel, you're all done. And then like when you're ready to go back to your regimen, then I would just treat it like another everyday
There you go.
product possibly.
That's a good
Think of it like that, maybe. And I don't know, it's very difficult to judge another product that I have. Absolutely, you're gonna have to take that with a grain of salt because don't know what it is.
Yeah,
so
we're
it's
not
really
familiar with
difficult.
that.
It's really difficult to talk about another brand's product that I have no clue what it is.
Okay, Michelle is from the UK, Fitzpatrick 2. She says, hi, I'm new to Platinum Skincare, not yet using any of your products, but I'd really like to start. Where do I do so? So she wants to know where to start.
Well, since we don't really know anything about your skin, the best thing for you to do is to go to the website.
Yeah.
And on the very first page, you can either do, the daily regimen quiz or
Yeah.
the peel quiz. One of those two are going to get you started.
Yeah,
And
everything's there.
that's going to give you a regimen for either of those. If you want really detailed help, you can of course call us. You can email us, support@platinumskincare.com as well. Or if you had put some detailed information there, I certainly could have given you some more help, but
The more
that's
details, sometimes the better, Not too much information.
I mean, don't write a book though.
Yes,
sometimes,
that's what I'm saying. Then we get lost.
sometimes when we open that email and there's like 3 paragraphs long, it's a little overwhelming.
It's a daunting task, but
It's
we
like,
get to it.
oh no. Here's my life history.
Right. Okay, Rainey from Minneapolis has a Fitzpatrick of 2. She says, curious how to incorporate my copper 2X into my regimen. I have acne scars and I know spot treating is recommended. Should I spot treat at the very end, and can I really put moisturizer on after, or will it spread out the spot treatment? Curious if it would still be effective in penetrating through my moisturizer.
That's kind of tricky because this is a cream and you have your creams.
Yeah.
So it's but with this, if it's a depressed scar, you're just taking the tiniest little bit and you're
Yeah.
filling it in. It's in that hole. It's not going anywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can go ahead and you could take your other, cream and then just kind of, pat it in your face. You're still going to have that blue dot there. It's going to be just fine. But if you're telling me that it's like a raised scar or something like that, if that's the case, then I would put my cream on like usual, and then I would maybe do
Spot
that
treat
last.
at the end, yeah.
Because you're right. Then you would just have wiped it completely off.
Right.
I would
She's
probably
got a
do it at
second
the
part
end
to
then.
her question. She said, also curious if it's good to space out and let certain certain products soak in before using others, specifically my tretinoin. I use AB Cleanser, Fade Bright, High Octane Vitamin C Regenerate, tretinoin and Supercap 2X, emu oil, and a moisturizer. I want to make sure products are getting their full potential absorption, and curious what you recommend. When layering all of those. Should I space them out 20 minutes or so? Oh, no, you don't need to wait
You
that long.
don't need to do that, but how we were talking about layering them, thin to thick, put your watery products on first, or your alcohol. Did you say, so Fade Bright. All right, so you've got tretinoin. I don't know which tretinoin you have. Like there's one that's like a gel that's really like alcohol-y. If you had that, I would put like your prescription on first. If that's that alcohol-y gel, I would put that on first. That like dries instantly. It feels like nothing is on your skin. I would put that on first. Then I will put like my Fade Bright on. Well, vitamin C is a daytime.
Yeah.
Then you would do your water-based serum. So you would do your Regenerate. I guess I'm doing nighttime because I was thinking about tretinoin. So I'm doing nighttime, right? Then you would do your Fade Bright. And then you would do, what do you got
Your
here?
moisturizer, and then you
You would do
with
your Supercap 2X. You could put emo oil on if you're dry. During the day is when you do your vitamin C. But yeah, just, alcohol, water-based, creams, oils.
Yeah.
SPF last. You didn't have SPF on there. You need that.
Definitely. Okay, so Stacie has Fitzpatrick 2 from Texas. Is it okay to apply a peel to a single area of the face or a single age spot that I want to fade, or do I have to do the entire face? Same things for hands, chest, etc. If you've already answered this in the past, just let me know.
Yeah, of course it's okay to do a single area.
Yeah,
you just want to realize that every once in a while you should do the whole area too.
Yeah.
Like if you're just always constantly doing one spot or one little area, you're going to end up with uneven skin, or this area is going to be lighter than this area. You always want to make sure to, every once in a while, if you do a spot treatment 1 or 2 times, you should do a full face peel then.
Yeah.
To keep everything nice and even. Same thing with the body. Like if you're always doing this one little knee, every once in a while you're going to have to do the leg.
Feather it out a little bit,
or feather it really well. Because a lot of times, you've tanned and the skin is different colors. You don't want that. You really want to balance things out.
All right, so let's move along. Heather from, I think it's Maine. She has a Fitzpatrick of 2. Can you use Mandelic peel on the whole face after doing TCA cross? I've only seen info about doing more layers of TCA after a TCA cross.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't. If you can do TCA after TCA, then you can certainly do a milder peel after a TCA cross. That's not a problem.
All right. Suly from California, Fitzpatrick of 4. Can you do a presentation related to intimate lightening? What products to use, regimen, protocol, etc. Now, we do have an article.
We do. We have a nice article
on the website.
That is, if you click the bar that says like our help desk on the website, there's an article about that. And there's and if you go to the Fade Bright page too, there's a super a review from somebody about using Fade Bright to lighten the intimate area. That she was like blown away by how bright and beautiful everything looks down there from after childbirth and things along those lines, how things get darker. And she was really excited about that. But yes, you can do peels. I would use Fade Bright all the time. Then do things like lactic peels.
Yeah.
You definitely want to do milder things. It depends on your skin. You're Fitzpatrick, you're a 4, so you're kind of teetering on that line where you have to use Fade Bright no matter what.
Yeah.
But we do have spas reach out to us all the time that use stronger peels, Jesner and TCA. It can be done. Probably a little bit difficult to do on yourself, I'm going to say honestly.
Yeah, for real.
And a little awkward to have help, but it can be done.
Yes.
It can be done.
All right, so Jude from the UK has another question. I think she asked one earlier. Fitzpatrick of 2. What product should I not use during the weeks after a peel if doing a once-a-week peel for 6 weeks?
Like all of our products are okay. There's nothing. I don't recommend, a scrub.
Right.
Or
Nothing
anything
too
like
aggressive.
that. Yeah, because you know that you're just going to turn around and do another peel, and we don't want to be scrubbing your skin if you're going to do a peel in a couple of days.
Very true.
But other than that, if you're concerned about doing a big regimen, then switch it to every other week. if you want to make sure you have time to use your other products correctly.
Got it. Okay, Bonnie from Boise, Idaho. My daughter is using the moderate acne maintenance kit. She has dry, sensitive skin. She is complaining her skin is too dry using the kit. She is using emu oil and using 15 retinol strength. So she must have her Fusion 15.
Yep.
What can she do to help with the dry, sensitive skin with acne?
My thought is that she is probably using Fusion way more than 3 times
she should
per
scale
week.
it back.
Scale it way back. Now, I
Yeah.
don't know how old she is,
Doesn't say.
especially if she's like a teenager or anything like that, and she's already got dry, sensitive skin.
Yeah.
What I kind of say for like teens and stuff like that, even 2 to 3 times per week. And when you're putting that Fusion A on, mix it. Like, do a little pump of Fusion, mix in the B complex.
Yep.
You can even mix something else with that. If you have, nanohyaluronic, or if
She has
I don't know if
emu
you
oil.
have the Regenerate. Mix those all together because then you're diluting it a little bit. And then put all that on. And just make sure to really cut back on the times of the week she's using that. I have a feeling that she's using it every night.
And only a little bit. You don't need a lot. That spreads really thin and nicely.
Yeah. That's something
She
that
might
she
be
could cut
overusing
back
a
on
little
it
bit.
too. But yeah, it's definitely the Fusion that's going to cause irritation. She's just got to cut way back on that.
Leah's from Michigan, Fitzpatrick of 2. I did the 15% TCA. I don't think I left it on long enough. When can I repeat? How many days in between?
Well, you're only going to leave it on for 5 minutes. So, or 5 minutes per layer. I don't know how many layers
They didn't
you did. It doesn't matter. But, well, we didn't talk about layers, so then we really can't say how long you're going to leave it on or how long you have to wait.
Good rule of thumb is 30 days, but if you're
yeah.
only doing one layer, then you could do it a little more frequently.
Yeah, let's say if you did 1 layer, you could try it again in, let's say, 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So you need to look in your manual, page 14. What does it say? Does it say you can do it again in 2 weeks, or does it say you can do it again in 3 weeks? So that's kind of what you have to do because we don't know how many layers you did.
Okay. All right, it's saying our
It's just
battery
not
is
plugged in.
It says,
I'm going to check it.
says our battery level's low. We're going to check something. It's plugged in.
Yeah, go ahead and ask a question. But
Okay, let's see.
yeah, it says my plug-ins are not on.
Yep, we got our
Turn
tech
off,
guy
but-
helping us. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, next question comes from, I believe, to pronounce her name, Lotta?
Lotta? Yeah. So
From Sweden. I have some scars from cuts, not acne, on the face. What kind of treatments or peels can I do to make them less visible? Can I apply TCA directly on the scar or spot treatments? What percentage? Here, we'll start because she's got quite a few here.
yeah, absolutely. I would recommend the Super Cop 2X, number 1, and then we could either use, I don't think I have Serum 15, that's another one we gotta jot down. Like the Serum 15 is an
Okay.
option, or of course, yeah, she was mentioning the TCA, you can definitely do a TCA. You can use maybe like a little Q-tip, or, if it's like just like a tiny little
Yeah.
cut, one of our little wooden picks here with a cotton tip would be like a nice, precise application.
She says, when do you think I can see some results?
Oh, probably after, 1 or 2 applications. I'm not quite sure how bad
Yeah.
the scars are.
Right? She's
But,
like, what
you
other
know-
treatments or products can you recommend to reduce scarring?
I mean, these are the very best ones. I mean, this is a scar remodel, just this alone, even if
Yes.
you just use Supercrop 2X.
She does say
about
she is
3
using
times a week.
retinol and she is using copper peptides. So she's got all the goods. She's got a lot of good stuff.
Take a photo, Sometimes you can't always just tell. Like
Yeah.
looking in the mirror, did that actually get better or did that not get better?
Right?
You have to kind of look.
Yeah, photos help a
Compare
lot.
things.
Okay, so Amanda from Idaho, Fitzpatrick 1. Does the triple treat lotion work similar to Retin-A? Should I start out slow? I may have to work during the live, so she's going to watch after.
Does it work the same as Retin-A? You mean like, does it work like, it's not the same at all.
No. It's
Not
an
really.
exfoliating body
I mean,
lotion.
Does, Retin-A can make your skin peel a little bit.
Yeah, it has
so for
exfoliating
sure, I mean, I
properties.
suppose, yes, but other than that, not really. I mean, this is hydroxy acids.
Yes.
They dissolve the bonds that hold the dead skin and make it,
Shed.
come off and
Quicker.
turn over, and it's not not the same as
No.
vitamin A at all, but still very beneficial. I mean, this is an excellent product. I would suggest using this at least 3 to 4 times a week. Try not to use it every single day. And I don't think you could ever use Retin A on your whole body anyways. I mean, just that one little teeny tiny
Oh, right.
30 gram tube is
Costly.
not going to get you very far.
No.
And even if you had a prescription, it's not
Right,
going
right,
to get
right.
you far. It'd be for a couple days.
Okay, so Leah from Florida has a Fitzpatrick 2. I want recommendations on skincare routine. I am about to put it in order, and I want to know what to order and how often to apply when my products arrive. Glycolic cleanser, serum 15, retinol, regenerate, fade bright, B complex. I also use copper peptides before my LED light, so that would be at night as well.
Okay.
Definitely her glycolic cleanser. She could do that twice a day.
Yeah. No, I want you to alternate the serum 15 and the fusion. Don't
Regenerate.
try to
She
put
can
those
use
on
both,
every
morning and
single night. You know. Regenerate twice a day, fade bright twice a day, B complex twice a day, copper peptides at night only. And don't put anything on until you're done with your LED light, because
Right.
that's supposed to go on clean skin.
All right, I think
Easy
that's it.
peasy.
All right, Laura from Delaware, Fitzpatrick 2. Should I be aware of chemical reaction using certain products together? If so, is there a list? I use Fade Bright and Serum 15 dash Serum 30. Cheekbones area turned bright red. Serum 30 strong.
That's very strong. There's not really any chemical
Yeah.
interactions that you need to worry about with products on our website. There's nothing there. You're just dealing with that is really strong and your skin is either really sensitive. Did you use something that's thinning the skin on your cheeks? I mean, did you just do a peel? Are you using also retinoids every
Right.
single night? Are you using this serum 30 every single night? Because if you're using that every single night,
And are you scrubbing too hard?
oh yeah, right. Are you scrubbing? Are you using any kind of scrubs? That's just really strong, too strong for you.
Yeah.
I would cut back to use that maybe 2 times a week.
And then
3
cut it
times
down with something. Use
maximum.
it with another moisturizer or something.
Yes, absolutely. Dilute it into something else, another cream or serum. I would
Yes.
suggest like the nanohyaluronic. That's a great,
Oh, yeah.
easy serum to mix things into.
Okay, so Gina from Florida, Fitzpatrick 2. Hi, I have been doing your peels for 2 years now. I'm a little confused on when I can do my next peel. I do 2 layers of Jesner and 3 layers of TCA 20 and then Dream Peel.
All right,
Because
so 5
they
layers.
are 2 different peels, do I still wait 6 weeks or longer? I have been doing them every 6 weeks with no problems. I guess I looked at the manual wrong. Can you clarify? And also, I was wondering the difference of copper peptides in your Regenerate. Do I need both?
Well, we're looking at every 4 to 7 weeks with the Jesner.
Yeah, that's a pretty advanced peel.
4
when
to
you're-
7 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're right. You know, that's it. You've got to wait, and it's based on your tolerance.
So copper versus Regenerate.
And then I was busy looking that up, so I missed
Yeah,
that
she
part.
said, and also wondering the difference between the copper peptides and Regenerate.
Well, yeah, they're completely different.
They
And
are.
I think Regenerate, oh, right, and I gave myself a little notes
Yeah.
here because you were acne
She
prone.
said, do I need both? I thought they
And
do
I-
similar things, but
Well, not really.
yeah.
I actually kind of need to reread this because I was so busy looking up the
Yeah.
weeks, the exact weeks. So copper peptides, obviously, those are, very healing, good for scarring, all of that jazz. But Regenerate is super duper for acne.
Right.
And it's super duper
She
if
is
you're
acne
doing
prone.
peels and all that kind of stuff. So what you really need to do is add on the AB cleanser, vitamin B complex, and you need to be using Regenerate twice a day.
There you go.
That's really going to help keep your acne-prone skin under control.
Cool. All right, Jose is from Clearwater, Florida. Fitzpatrick of 4. I can never pronounce this.
Adapalene?
Adapalene, and would like to have a peel to improve my acne and post-inflammatory spots. How do I do that?
Well, especially if you have inflammation, salicylic is super duper for that.
Right.
Salicylic 15 is a little bit more irritating, so if you're not super sensitive, that's a great one to choose. If that's not an issue for you, Mandelic 40 is another great one.
Yep.
I really like Mandelic 40 because it's not nearly as irritating as a lot of the other acids, and it's great for acne. Now, if you need something stronger, a lot of people, want a stronger peel, like a
Right.
1 time per month peel. Jesner is a great one. And this one also has salicylic in it, though. So, that's why it's a little bit more irritating. But that is really good, and that's really going to get a lot of dead skin off. So that's going to take away those marks quickly.
All right, so this is our last one that was
Ooh.
emailed in, and then we'll check our chatters here.
Right.
Okay, Larissa from California, Fitzpatrick 3. I'm using Glycolic 50 right now. I think it stopped working. I plateaued. Which peel would you recommend for me next?
Well, you can leave it on longer. It's not like you have to stop at 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You can
right.
always add time on. But yeah, if you're ready to move up to another acid, I love TCA. If you don't want to take a big jump, you can move to the 7.
Yeah.
If you want to just, jump head it first, the 13 is what we usually suggest for most people at 1 to 2 layers. I think that one is great.
All right, now we're going to our Facebook questions.
Yeah.
Vernon says, any peels for a pitted nose?
Pitted nose, is that from rosacea?
I'm not
Like
sure. He doesn't
long time rosacea? Because if it is, it's really tough to target.
Yeah.
A lot of times, if it's from pitted acne, we can treat it like the TCA cross.
Yeah.
If this is from something else,
Yeah, like-
and those are like pores,
Right.
or oh gosh, there's another thing, and the name is not coming to me, like sebaceous, what is it? Hyperkeratosis.
Oh,
Darn it, I can't remember what it is. The TCA cross isn't going to work on that.
Right.
Salicylic is beneficial for that. But if it is a pitted scar, we can do a TCA peel or we can do the TCA cross. If it's not that, and if it's the other one that I'm missing the name,
Right.
let's look at things more along the lines of salicylic 15 or something along those lines.
Okay, so
Okay.
Robin just had a comment. She said, anyone else having problems with this live cutting in and out? So hopefully not.
Oh, no.
No.
Well, no matter what, it's going to be recorded.
Yeah.
So they'll
Okay.
be able to have that.
Oh, somebody else said yes.
Well, it'll be recorded.
But then we have some thumbs up like it's okay, so I don't know.
All right.
Okay, I have done TCA peels in the past, many years. I want to create a regimen or protocol to do, to do TCA peels, microneedling, and incorporate retinol. I thought it was going to say tretinoin, but it says tretinoil.
Regimen protocol to do TCA peels, microneedling, and incorporate tretinoil.
Yeah.
And suggestions on how often to do results.
My eyelids falling, smile lines, and jaw sagging.
So a full regimen protocol to do TCA peels. Well,
And she's
definitely
doing
you want to
microneedling.
add in, oops, it's jumping.
Yeah.
You definitely want to add in things like fusion, start with like the 0.15. I would do TCA peels, of
Yes.
course. You want to do a TCA peel 1 month. If you want to do your needling, you have to do the needling the next month.
Right.
It's kind of hard. To do an entire regimen, it's just a matter of, you can go to the regimen builder online.
7%
It's just
around
a
the
matter
eyes,
of-
I remember
Yeah,
saying.
7% around the eyes. It's just a matter of picking like what are the best particular serums and creams for your skin. We can do things, possibly one of the coppers.
Right.
To help with, skin regeneration. But a full regimen, we'll have to go there for that.
Okay. Let's see. Amy says, what would be a good regimen for crepey under eyelids and under eyes?
So definitely the eye
The
peel
GHK,
kit or the
yes.
the GHK, the
I
Eye
would say
Lift
both.
Express.
Those are all great.
Both. Yeah, here's the eye peel kit. I don't think we have the GHK up here.
Oh, the 7? Or no, the GHK Luxe eye cream.
Yeah, well, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, the GHK Lux Eye Cream. I would say this, the GHK Lux Eye Cream, that's really going to
Yeah.
help.
We've seen a lot of great results with ladies using the eye roller and the Luxe eye cream on the hooded lids.
Definitely.
There's some good photographs.
And
and-
keep in mind too, well, this is just for crepiness, but like
Yeah.
if we're talking about like hooded eyes with excess
Yeah.
skin, surgery is obviously the
There's
only
only
solution
so much
for
it can
that.
do. You can't remove skin. Okay, so can you incorporate Jesner peels on the body with multiple layers of TCA 20? I find the TCA alone isn't removing my pigmentation on my legs. It's not bad, but just brown spots. I've tried the TCA 30, but this does nothing.
Yeah, definitely. Jesner's is the number one thing you should be reaching for.
Yeah.
Jesner's for sure. Start off with like 3 layers or so of Jesner, and then if you want, you can add on the TCA to that. But start with Jesner by itself, and then after that, you can move on and add like your next peel. Just make sure that Jesner works well for you and you don't have any issues with
Right.
Jesner. As long as you don't have any issues with Jesner, then the next time you do a peel, you already know TCA works fine for you. I would choose the TCA 20, not the 30.
Right.
Just the 20, and do, about 3 layers of Jesner, add on a couple layers of your 20, see how that goes. But Jesner is what's going to take you to the next level.
Perfect.
And then obviously use things like Fade Bright. This comes in the big 4.5 ounce bottle. Use this one all the time.
Yes.
If you're trying to treat hyperpigmentation, and take a picture. I can't stress that enough.
Well, that completes our Q&A for today.
Hey, yay! Well, that was a long one. We had
Yeah.
a lot we had 19 pages of questions.
It was a big one.
That was a big end.
We got through it.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. And if you have, if you want these detailed regimens, it's kind of tough to do a detailed regimen
Yeah.
here on Alive.
Yeah.
Because there's so many little questions that are best served if you're literally picking off, this is my skin type, and this
Right.
is this. That's where that regimen builder comes on. I mean, like literally,
be so helpful.
go to the website and it's going to tell you, oh, choose this serum, choose this cream, choose this. It is going to help you so much. You really should go there, or email us, call us.
Of course. We're
during
always
business
here to
hours,
help
of
you.
course.
If you get stuck and you don't know, just give us a call. Or email
Absolutely.
support@platinumskincare.com.
Yep, it's been great. Well, you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining us today.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye.